This is a toast to Stateside by Zara Larsson and Pink Panthers.
You're a great toaster.
Thanks.
You must have given lots of toasts in your life.
Many toasts.
Really?
No, not at all.
No?
My sister's wedding, I think I did a toast. I was so nervous. But
What did you say? Did you prepare a
I
speech?
honestly don't have any idea. I kind of like blacked out.
Did you like just wing it?
She asked me to give a speech the day before I had to like do one. So I kind of just was like, yeah, we're gonna go off the mental here.
And how'd it come off?
I thought it was great. Everyone clapped at the end. It might have been out of like, oh, get him out of here. Or it might have been great. Yeah.
Pity applause.
Might have just been pity, but it was good.
That's a very sisterly thing to do, to spring
The most sisterly.
spring a big responsibility last minute like that.
That's what she does. I was just talking to her before actually coming in here, which is crazy.
You have a good relationship with her.
Yeah.
Was she the big older sister, the older big sister that's like gave you
Yeah, I'm the
noogies and
youngest.
wedgies and?
I mean, yeah, she used to be really mean to me, but now she's really nice to me, so it's great.
But she was still really mean, telling you that you needed to give a speech the day before the wedding.
Nah, it's fine. She knew I had it.
Did you tell any embarrassing stories or anything like that?
I don't think I did. I didn't want to out her. It was just so like nice, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not trying to ruin it.
I mean, you seem very personable and very off the cuff to be able to give a speech last minute like that. Anyway.
Yeah.
I would
think so.
expect more anecdotes and, boy, that one time when we were 8.
Oh man. Gosh.
Wow, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Zara Larsson is, I'm sure, very appreciative of that toast.
Thank you, Zara Larsson, for her music
Yeah.
and that performance at Grammy House. It was so good.
You can't stop talking about it. You were talking about
was
it
so
off
good.
camera.
I took my, I had like one of my childhood best friends in from town, and I had like a +1 to that event. And I was like, yo, do you want to go see Zara Larsson? And she was like, yes. And it was one of the best experiences she's ever had in her life, she said.
Wow.
She's like, this is the greatest thing I've ever done in my life.
That's a good feeling to be able to provide someone with an experience like that.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. How you like living in LA?
I'm loving it so much. I've been here for about a year and like 2 months or something, but I've been in and out so much with touring back and forth that I've had not a lot of time to really like sink it in and like get my like chain of restaurants linked up and like the things that I like to do on my free time, but it's great. Whenever I'm here for like a 2-3 month period, it's amazing.
This is Kevian Kraemer, by the way.
Hello.
Amazing singer-songwriter,
Thank you.
Zara Larsson fan,
Big Zara Larsson fan.
and great toaster. If you ever need someone to give a speech at your company party or what have you, this guy will come prepped. He may even
Corporate
prepare
toaster?
a song.
I'm a corporate toaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There should be a thing for that. AI can't replace you in that regard.
Oh man. Yeah.
Corporate
maybe not.
toaster.
Corporate toaster.
Yeah.
Professional.
I want to thank the VP of Sales. You really brought it home.
I want to thank the VP of Sales, Pink Panthers. Gosh.
Dude, what a whirlwind of the, last year, what have you, of your career as a musician.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
I mean, if we were to toast anything, we should give a toast to you.
Toast the tours. Toast
Yeah.
the tours. Yeah, it's been pretty wild. The first headline tour last summer, for sure, was like, whoa, what is going on? Like, this makes no sense. This is the most wild thing ever. And it's just been steady, smooth rolling since then.
What I really love is that one of your tour recap videos includes you, and I think that's the thumbnail too, of you right in front of the Victorian houses in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah?
And there's a friend telling you, this is it.
Yeah, well,
Encouraging you, you're gonna do it.
So that audio is real. It's not punched in. It's not my friend behind the camera. I was sitting down. We were having pizzas before a San Francisco show. I forget the venue, but
Brick and mortar.
Yeah, we were at Brick and Mortar. So we go over to the Painted Ladies. We get like personal pizzas, me and like our TM and the photographer. We sit down on this lawn, and then there's this lady doing live stream yoga in front of her phone who was on my right, and that's what she was saying.
Really?
Yeah, so the audio was actually just this lady. That's why I was like laughing in the video, because I was like,
What?
what? Yeah, it was really funny.
Did you introduce yourself?
No, she was just like, you could hear her from so far away, like in the park, that I was like, we just gotta go and like see what's going on with her. But it worked out, and it actually became kind of a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
Completely accidentally.
Why did she say that?
I don't know, there was probably people on her stream that just needed to be motivated.
Ah,
She seemed pretty cool, to be honest.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's San Francisco, man. We keep it real.
I love San Francisco. Well, crazy story. I didn't like San Francisco
Oh,
for like a little bit. Yeah, I have family out there. I have family in the Bay Area, and I would visit when I was younger all the time. And I like never really saw like the good parts of the city. Like I never went near like the park and the Painted Ladies and like any of the young areas where there's a bunch of bars and a bunch of like cool stuff going on. I was always near like the coast and like the museums. So I was like, oh, like, I feel like this is so boring. And after this fall, when we went back, we were at Brick and Mortar, just like seeing everything going on. And I was like, wait, I was totally wrong.
well, you were a
Totally
kid. That's fair to
True,
have
true.
that experience of just like, man, it's so boring. We're just going to the Golden Gate Bridge and we're eating in this
Seeing
restaurant.
Alcatraz and that's it.
Yeah,
The food's so good. The people are so cool. We were near the skate park. We were watching like people doing the coolest.
yeah,
skate
it's
tricks.
literally across the street from the venue.
Yeah, the coolest skate tricks I've ever seen in my life. We were
Are you a skateboarder?
No. When I was younger, I did, like middle school.
How good were you?
Not good at all.
No?
Not good at all, no.
Can you do an ollie?
Yeah, I can ollie.
Okay. You can do a kickflip?
I could do a kickflip
Could.
when I was like 10.
Okay.
So I used to skate when I was younger, but I'm mainly, honestly, back to living in LA, I've loved surfing here. That's
Really?
like the thing.
Oh, nice.
Like 3 times a week, just like throw the board in the truck that Chris over there actually bought for me, which was sick, and just go hang out in the ocean and look at the pelicans.
Do you find any moments of inspiration when you're out in the water
I
like
actually
that?
did super recently. There's this demo for the song that I'm working with my friend Isaac, and we don't have a chorus to the song yet, and so I've been thinking about it for like 4 months. We've had this in the bank. I went out and I was surfing probably two and a half months ago, and right then, not even trying, I was sitting down like looking for a wave. Boom, the chorus was right there. I went right back into the shore, voice memoed it in my phone, and then drove home and texted him.
Nice.
I don't know how that worked, but
Yeah.
that's just what happened.
I always feel like there's a connection when you're out in the waves in the water like that to being in your shower. It's that
It's
one
so true,
space
yeah.
that you have time alone, undistracted, and being
Completely
able
blank.
to, yeah,
So
just a blank canvas.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked if there was any inspiration. I hope that more songs are going to come out of
I
that.
hope so too.
Yeah.
I hope they get some kind of technology where I could like bring out a phone or something out there and like
Well,
be like chatting.
hopefully you're not scrolling on TikTok at the same time.
True. That would actually be like the end of it.
Yeah.
That'd be the end of it for sure.
I mean, it's fine to have the GoPro out there and
I agree.
yeah.
The GoPro in the mouth.
Are we going to see videos of you on your board and maybe with a guitar or just
We've gotten-
singing some lyrics?
We've gotten this far, probably like 4.5 years into this music career, and no one's ever seen anything. So I think we're gonna keep it like that until I get like really good.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
I
We'll see.
Well, you're quite athletic because you grew up a soccer player for many years.
Okay.
Superstar of the what is it? The what is
Research. Manasquan.
Manasquan? That's how you pronounce it. The Manasquan Warriors.
Definitely not a superstar, but I did love soccer growing up for sure. I did soccer. My dad played pro in Belgium for a little bit. My siblings played both in college. And that's actually what I was going to go to school to do for the most part. Other than a major, I was going to go play soccer in school before music started like kind of doing what it was doing.
Yeah,
But I also love basketball. That's the best sport.
it is.
Basketball.
It is.
And then a bit of wrestling in high school, which is like a weird thing for a musician.
So where does the shift come from, going from the soccer world into playing music? And I'm sure you were playing music throughout this period of time, right?
I feel like growing up, it was always music and sports hand in hand. Those were like the two things that I was always doing. So I feel like even from a really young age, I was always like, dang, like music's gotta do something or I'm going to school for soccer, for sure. The switch though, I found myself as I got older, especially after my sophomore year of high school, I was like, wow, I'm like really passionate about this music thing. Like this is really taking up like most of my brain space. And then I slowly just like pulled away from sports altogether until like my coaches were like really mad and stuff. But it was a whole thing.
Was it just covers that you were doing up until that point,
So
or were you?
I was in a band. I was in a bunch of bands growing up, playing all around my area and city. One of my friends in 2020 started posting drum videos. My friend Izzy, she blew up and started touring like immediately with other artists. And we were just like in this small band back home. And I was like, whoa, I should do the same thing. So I started posting guitar covers. Those started getting numbers. And then somewhere within that, probably after 2 years of guitar covers, I had an inclination to like, I had like a strong pull to buy a computer and just start producing music. And I have no idea why. I had no concept that being an artist was like a job that someone that isn't like an oligarch like can do. Like I had no idea because there is no entertainment industry in New Jersey for the most part. Anyways, started producing. That was crazy. Then I got found by our man over there.
Yeah.
And we've just been growing ever since. And then just more and more my life has just started to revolve and circle around this more and more and more until now that's all I do.
It's kind of weird to hear you say that because when you think of the area that you grew up around, New Jersey, Asbury Park.
That's true.
Springsteen,
true.
Bon Jovi. But then if you look at more current artists that are out there, like Ali Salort, who's on the come up from New Jersey, and then there's Charlie Puth, of course.
Charlie Puth, Jack Antonoff.
Right.
Artist Fletcher.
Yeah.
Went to my rival high school.
Oh.
This incredible artist, Joe P., who's still out in New Jersey. He's like the best, I think.
Yeah.
I think Joe P is the best.
So you just rattled off a bunch of names, and let's not forget there's also 54 Ultra that was
54 Ultra
is amazing.
Yeah, he's coming. I actually was having a conversation with someone about this yesterday. 54 Ultra's coming to my local like city's festival, which is crazy. So I really hope that I can see him.
But that guy was influenced by everything adjacent to what he was, trying to do himself.
Yeah.
Everything from alternative and indie to hip hop and producing and all those things. So it's very,
incredible.
like I said, very curious to hear you say that you didn't even think it could be an actual profession, a career. And
I mean, back home for sure, like maybe New York City or LA is different growing up, but when you tell someone that you want to do music, especially like, I feel like really in my area of like Central Jersey, Monmouth County, where it's more like a lot of business people, there's a lot of business, there's a lot of blue collared works, like a lot of kids that I grew up with, they're at school right now, and then a lot of them went to the military, a lot of them are doing trades and not going to school, and like maybe one kid, this super sick kid, Danny, is like doing a fashion thing, like he's doing a clothing brand in a store in New York, and that's like the one person to come out of my high school doing anything like in that field. I don't know. If you tell someone you're doing music, they're like, "Oh, sick." So like, what else do you do?
Yeah.
Like,
what local bar you play?
So what do you do for work though?
Yeah.
And that's how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been kind of. With that said, it's been kind of unbelievable, and with the tour last summer, I've been doing this for 4 to 5 years at this point, and I honestly didn't believe it was all real until last summer. Like it was really real.
What was the motivation then? Was it to get out of that space?
I don't know what the motivation was. It was just I just felt like such a strong pull to make things and like just grow in that, like because I feel like the more I grow in my music, the more I grow in myself. Like every single project that I've put out, I am so much different, like as a person, like very personally, than I was by the time I put out the other one. But also at a young age, you just change a lot.
Yeah.
But it was just like an impulse. I don't know why. I have no idea why. More of like a need. Like you just have to do it. And that's, I think that's why I got here. I don't know.
And it's working. I mean, you got, like you said, a headline tour. People showed up. People are listening to your music. You got TikTok people that are following you.
TikTok people.
Yes,
we do.
You got the TikTokers.
The TikTokers.
Yeah. By the way, you say Monmouth County. Isn't Alex Earl from Monmouth County as well?
Yeah, she is.
So if you're gonna name check people,
she is.
You gotta.
But I think her family moved to Florida or something. I forget. I know. I hear things about her going to, what is it called? Is it Seaside? No, Jenks. She's always at this one boardwalk bar, like / amusement park called Jenks. And all my friends back home, they're just like, yo, Alex was at Jenks. I'm like, sick, cool. Like,
is it a cool place? I've never been.
It gets super packed, and a lot of people are there always. Not really my scene, but also I'm not going out back home too much.
Right.
So it's like, we're going out more like in the cities for sure.
Well, here you are. You got music that you've already put out. People are listening to it, like we just said.
Yeah.
You got new music that you released this year, Down Under. You know, a lot of your songs are very much heartfelt and revolve around relationships and the feelings, and there's a lot of yearning
Yeah,
as well.
for sure.
It's the period of yearning, I think, for a lot of people.
It's a period of yearning.
And I think Down Under is very representative of that. Jeez Louise.
Oh, for sure. Gosh.
It sounds so dire. Like,
Yeah, that song
I'm
was
here
dire.
and you're there.
That song was dire. I wrote it about a friend I wrote that song almost 2 years ago. And it lived in my voice. I wrote it over FaceTime after coming back from a trip to Nashville about my friend who I was super into at the time. And by the time, like, we just met and I was really into her. And then by the time that I was like going back to New Jersey where I was living, she was like, oh, and also I'm like going to Australia for like 7 months or something. And I was like, sick. So never mind on everything. And that was like, I think I got back to New Jersey. I got back to my parents' house 2 days after and wrote that song over FaceTime with my friend Charlie. And it sat in the bank until we brought it to our other friend Harry probably 5 months ago. We were like, wait, this has to come out. There's no way it's not going to come out.
Why wait so long?
I don't know. I feel like this is just the time for it. 2026 is the year of yearning.
Year of yearning.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's the year of yearning.
Well, obviously, Jersey to Mars was
True.
a collection of material that represents a lot of this type of feeling.
Yeah.
And she might as well have been in Mars.
Exactly. That across the entire globe.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I read about, it's a lot of location-based stuff, but I feel like at this period, being 20 years old, I feel like life moves so sporadically. Like, people are going to school, they're moving, they're figuring out their jobs, like, people are like passing away. There's just so many like crazy things going on at this age. And I feel like I try to capture the uncertainty of this like period. And it somehow comes out as locations a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of just trying to capture, maybe it's not really anyone's choice that something doesn't work out. And that's just how life works sometimes.
Is that just for music and poetry and lyrics, or is that something that is really internal to you?
I think it's super internal. But it's mainly, I show it in the lyrics for sure. Yeah. The music is just vibes. The music, we're just like, I start every session whenever we're writing or whenever we're making a song and we're in for that day, me and the friends, we always just start making the music. That's it. Like, half the time, we don't even talk about a lyric. We don't even talk about a subject. We eat food, we make small talk, and then make a song.
Jam.
And then write after.
Yeah.
The words kind of come from the energy that the music's giving. For sure.
Speaking of energy, I love when you had released the earlier material like Rug and
Wow.
the earlier works. Yeah, like that song really like stuck with me.
That song is crazy. I think my first 4 songs, up until Sweater, which was like my first song to really go for the most part, I was producing all my own stuff in GarageBand. And Rug, I don't know what happened. I just like came back from school, finished my homework, made Rug, worked on it for like 3 months because I don't know how to produce. I had no idea what I was doing, put it out, and then everyone at school was like, what is this? And then I put out more music, and everyone was saying, why? I'm just like, I don't know. I'm gonna just keep doing it.
It actually, obviously it stuck and got you attention.
Somehow. Shout out attention.
Yes.
Oh man.
The evolution of your music is just wild.
It's changed so much.
Yeah.
I honestly feel though, with this new project, I'm getting more back to like the Rug and the Broken Toe and like the weird roots. For a minute, I was like, when I started getting connections to producers in New York and LA, and I wasn't just producing my own stuff, I started leaning in a more pop direction for sure. Like, I have this project called 17, and it was like my first ever EP. It's super, super poppy with guitars. I'm trying to get like this kind of alternative indie pop sound, but it leans really heavily to pop. With this new project, Only If It Matters, I feel like I go in a lot of weird places, and I go into weird experimental guitar tones, like very like Muse and the Strokes and that kind of stuff. And then I also go into like, we sampled this one short film from the 50s that no one really knows it, I don't think. But we sampled a movie for it. We sampled a bunch of weird stuff. We got loud, we got quiet, we got groovy. I don't know. I think it's just more back to the experimental stuff of Rug and Broken Toe with this project, and I think I'm going to keep moving in that direction.
Nice.
To the next thing.
Nice.
For sure.
It's like I put it out into the universe and you heard me.
Yeah, exactly. You got it.
But it's an evolution as well. You're taking what you started out with what you know now, and kind of fusing
for sure.
that experience
and also
together.
So many more inspirations. Like, I feel like I've tapped into so many different kinds of music throughout the past year that it's just shaping and forming everything I'm doing.
Did the live
54
experience?
Ultra.
Nice.
Incredible artist.
Yeah.
The live experience.
Did the live experience kind of inform that as well?
It changed everything. And I actually, with my other friends that are artists, apparently this is like a canon event. You go and you play your first tour, and then it changes the way that you like play, or the way you write. I now base every single song that I write, I'm always thinking about live. I'm like, where am I gonna be standing on the stage? What am I gonna be doing? What moments do I want the audience to say this? When do I want them to jump? Where do I want my band to be? Like, what do I want the pace to be? Yeah, this whole project is completely curated to a live show.
Awesome.
For sure.
That is awesome.
Which is gonna be crazy with these 25 shows coming up. It's gonna be ridiculous.
So let's talk about the new EP.
Let's talk
Comes
about
out at the end of the month.
At the end of May, at the end of this month, yeah.
And we just talked about some of the inspo and things like that, and written more recently, inspired by lyrics of yearning that you felt 2 years ago, or more yearning, more recent yearn.
More recent yearn. Yeah, I mean, the project Only If It Matters, I feel like that name kind of speaks for itself in a way, because it's about a lot of things, honestly. Even the cover art has its own meaning, with there's a shape blocking my face to kind of represent me trying to focus more on the music and less on an image of myself. Oops, I dropped my ring. But Only If It Matters is just a project about focusing on, like, give your attention and your energy and your space to the things that are significant, and don't worry about the things that, like, are minute or not really, like, I don't know. Focus on the big picture is kind of my message on Only If It Matters. I have a lot to say about it. That's it.
No, it's great that you're thinking like that now instead of later when you're older, because you kind of get into the hamster wheel, so to speak, of the music industry.
It's like,
and it's like, go, go, go. Manager says this, publicist says that. Go, go, go. You got to do it before your time is up, quote unquote, right? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it's a matter of, does it matter to you? Is this what you want to do with your life? When you're 55, 80, and look back at when you were 20, man, why did I do that? Why did I listen to those people? Mm-hmm. Should have been out on the water.
Should have been out on the water. Should have been surfing.
You know?
Looking at the pelicans.
We're doing this a few weeks after your birthday. Happy belated, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is this some of the wisdom that you kind of
I don't know.
absorbed?
I don't know where it comes from. Maybe LA is just changing me. I don't know. But
hopefully in a good way.
I think it is in a good way.
Just like everywhere, there's good and bad.
Yeah, I feel like I've had a really lucky and good time finding good people out here, good people to surround myself with, real people, for sure. And being outside, honestly, 2026, being outside was one of my big things. And I've been doing a lot of that. So
good.
Maybe LA is like getting me more reconnected with nature.
Experience life.
I don't know.
You got to get out and experience life.
You do.
You know?
I took a friend on a hike yesterday, and she was like, dude, I never go outside. It's like, yeah, come on. We did the Wisdom Tree, the Cahuenga hike, if you know what that is. It's like right next to the Hollywood sign. She was like, this is incredible.
Nice.
So, yeah, LA's great.
Sounds like a new puppy is in your future, so you can get out more.
Yeah.
Experience this life.
Maybe. New puppy? I mean, we have 25 shows coming up, so we'll see how well I could take care of
Bring the pup along.
Oh my God.
Party or rider.
When we get a tour bus. When we get the tour bus,
all right,
then the puppy comes along. That's when the puppy comes along.
All right. We have things for the manager to take action.
We need a puppy, tour puppy. Let's get it done.
So great meeting you, man.
It's so nice.
Really appreciate the time.
Much.
Best of luck with everything. And
thank you.
Really appreciate you playing for us as well.
I really appreciate you guys having me. This is a lot of fun.
Kevian Kraemer, right here on B-Sides.